welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the Crafty Toads, and you can find us all over, well, you can find us on Instagram as Toad Hollow NJ, also Facebook. You can find us on Ravelry for our knitting stuff as the Crafty Toads.
Right.
And you can find our store where we hand dye yarn for knitters and crocheters and make bags for crafty people at toadhollowNJ.com.
And we're on Pinterest as Toad Hollow NJ because we are going to talk about that.
Okay, all right, that's right, that's right. So yes, we are on Pinterest as well. And I think that's it.
Yes.
Yes, all right. So this is FLOSSTUBE number 8, and we are here to talk to you.
Look that up.
Yeah, we're here to talk to you about our cross stitching. It is also podcast number 99, which means that our next podcast is our big 100th episode, where we will be doing lots and lots of giveaways, because we have 10 different things to give away, lots of really cool things, some cross stitch patterns, some knitting stuff. We've got really great things to give away.
Yeah.
So there's that.
We are trying a new location again.
Yes. We
we
are
get
in
to
the dining room right now.
We get to sit at a table. We hope the lighting is okay. It's a little bit darker, but it seems on the camera okay.
Yeah, I think we'll see it when we edit it, but hopefully it will be all right.
And it'll be easier for us to
show you stuff.
We were showing.
Put my hand in your face. Look, put your 3D glasses on now and whomp. Wait, aren't you glad you joined us?
The weather broke.
Yes, everybody is feeling much better.
Yes.
The dogs are playing. The cats are actually moving around.
It's a cloudy, windy 70-ish kind of day, and it's
and the wind finally shifted, kind of like Mary Poppins. The wind finally shifted. And during the summer, Helen is on the south side of the house, and she always gets the southern breeze. And during the summer, it's always southern. And during the fall and winter, I get the north breeze. And the last couple of nights have been wonderful because I actually have air moving in my room.
Even in my room, it's just perfect sleeping weather.
Yeah.
The fans are off. It's just...
It's so nice.
I know we're going back for the week, but it's been very nice.
Fall is on its way.
Yeah.
And we are looking forward to it, as you will see in my projects, because there's a definite theme.
The whips will show.
All right, so let's start with, I have notes. All right, so we have questions and comments. And I made screenshots of them so that I could go to them.
These are from our last couple episodes.
Okay, that wasn't the one I was supposed to save. Obviously, I did that wrong. Okay, Christine Williams left us a comment about we are going to be doing a show at Rhinebeck, a yarn show at Rhinebeck. So for knitters, we are going to be showing at Rhinebeck at the Rhinebeck.
It's the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar.
Yes, it
is
is not
a pre-show to New York Sheep and Wool.
And it is Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Parish Hall, and I don't think you need a ticket.
I know it's free. So if you go to their website, it's rbkyarnbazaar.com. It'll have all the information, but I know parking is free and there's plenty of it, and entry is free. I just don't know whether they're ticketed to limit the amount of people in.
I have seen nothing.
Yeah,
about
I haven't seen
tickets.
nothing about tickets. So
I'm thinking maybe not. I was going to say there may be something coming out a little bit down the pipe.
But I think right now there are no tickets. I know it's most definitely free.
Right.
So,
all right. Serena Gonzalez was spending her birthday stitching and watching us on YouTube and enjoying her day. Thank you so much for enjoying
That's very sweet.
Including us on your birthday, and happy birthday. You know, aloha to you in Hawaii. Not jealous at all of that. All right. Regina wanted to know if we had discussed Where the Crawdads Sings. No, we have not yet. That's one of the books that we read that we absolutely adored. We dyed yarn to go with it, and we will be discussing it coming soon, but we have not yet.
It may end up tacked onto another video.
No, I really think the Crawdads needs its own.
Well, I know it just seems that
we never have the time. We'll try and make it. So many people were saying thank you, congratulations on getting our car back, and thank you guys so much for all your good wishes and everything. We're very, very happy to have the Toadster back, and it's nice to be back in your comfortable
routine back.
Everybody knows the car and everything. So, all right. So a couple of people asked the last time our last episode that we filmed out on the porch because it was so miserably hot, and it's the best place for getting cross breezes. And we had bird cages behind us, and they wanted to know about the bird cages. So
We do not have birds.
we do. Oh, thank God.
We do fur and feathers.
My mom spent most of her life terrified of birds, and then she decided to face that fear and get a parrot. So she got a parrot, an African gray parrot, and then she decided that one wasn't enough, so she got 3 more. And she had 3 parrots and a macaw, blue and gold macaw. And when my parents came to the house to spend the summer down here, they would bring the birds with them because they came down in May and left Christmas Eve. So my
They
dad
elongated the summer.
my dad loved it down here. Absolutely loved it down here. Anyway, they would bring the birds back and forth with them, and the birds would come down and spend the summer down here. So that is why there are bird cages. My mother has not brought the birds back. Since my dad died, she has barely been back herself. So that is one of the reasons we are staying in the house, because nobody's using it. So she said, you know, somebody needs to be staying in the house. All right. Monica said that she heard that the vinyl front bags might stick to the pattern and ruin it, the print transferring to the vinyl.
These are project bags for cross stitching.
So, because we were talking about making cross-stitch bags with vinyl. So, we have not had that happen. However, we would like to know your opinion. What do you think? Do you prefer the ones that have vinyl in front, or do you prefer the ones that are just fabric all the way around?
And to say that we haven't had that happen, we haven't used any with vinyl.
Right.
Just to
Have
make
you
sure-
guys had that happen? Let us
Hasn't
know.
happened to us.
But so if you've had it happen, or if you haven't, please let us know, and let us know which ones you like. Because we got vinyl, and we were talking about putting vinyl into the front of the bag so you can see your projects.
And it seems that people prefer the vinyl, and I can see why, because you get to look right into the window and see. But I'm
But-
wondering, has anybody had the problem?
You know, just opening it up and going like this and looking in is also perfectly feasible.
Yeah.
So let us know which ones you prefer, and let us know if you've had any problems with the vinyl, because we'd really like to know before we go all in as far as making them one way or another. So that is it. That was the last one that I had. What about you? Anything?
No, I just remember, I think it was Kathy who made the comment that she was listening to us in the car, and she kept looking for the cricket in her car, and she finally realized that it was our background noise.
That's the one that I saved. Is that why I saved it? Because
I
we
think
were
so.
talking about the cricket.
Which
Sorry
I found very amusing, and also, it is the year of the cricket
Oh my
down
word.
here in South Jersey. The crickets are just taking over. It's a beachy house, so, you know, there are cracks and openings. And we find them all over the place, and the cats love to play with them, which is terrible, because you find these maimed crickets just kind of
Hopping
dragging themselves around.
because they don't have back legs. We keep trying to tell them, you know, let everybody in the colony know that
Don't
this
come
is
in.
not a good place to come,
It's a death trap,
but
a
they
torture chamber.
refuse to listen.
Tabitha brings them upstairs and gives them to us.
She put one in.
I was cleaning out my craft basket, and she had put one in the damn basket, but it was still alive. So I'm cleaning things out, and something jumps at me. I'm still alive, which is a good thing, because I swear I was at our
It's terrible.
She's
Oh, but you know
horrible
what?
cat. But she sees it as a present, so.
I killed the first centipede.
Oh, where?
It goes right by the front of the back door. Down here, it's always the fight of the crickets versus the centipedes, which is going to get bigger. And last year we didn't have two; it wasn't bad. But this year, I
remember more centipedes last year than
I'm
crickets.
hoping that they're not going to be too bad. I hate
that.
crickets. We have a catch and carry system where we take a jar or a glass and a piece of cardboard and put the jar over it, slide the cardboard underneath, carry them outside, and toss them over. Centipedes, I step on, because those things creep me out so
I could
much.
get away with a flamethrower, that would be my
Right. That would be my preferred
weapon of choice.
But since I don't want to burn the house down, we're gonna go with, you know, step them. So. All right. That was all I had for questions and comments. So if you have any questions that you'd like us to answer, please leave us a question or a comment down below, and we will happily try and remember to do it the next
And please
podcast.
let us know which cross-stitch project bag you prefer.
Yeah.
And if it's the Ziploc baggie, I get that.
I don't have any of those. I have a certain number of cross-stitch bags, and those are the number of cross-stitch patterns that I work on, and I'm treating my cross-stitch nicely. Not putting it. I do have a whole basket full of Ziploc baggies from Stitch Mania when I started 31 projects, because I do not have 31 project bags. But I am trying to keep it down to a manageable number of projects.
Okay.
All right. So we had quite a weekend. We should talk about that. A couple of weeks ago, Helen saw something about the scrapbook convention. It's the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo that was coming, and it comes to the convention center in Edison, New Jersey. And there was a class there that was about doing a clipbook, right? It's called a clipbook.
It's the Filofax Clipbook.
And it's a way of organizing. Oh dear. My sticker. And
We took
everything
a class on it, and while she fixes that, it was all about different ways you can decorate it and how versatile the Filofax is. We got, in paying for the class, we got a clipbook of our own for us to decorate. It was taught by the Modest Cat, and she is all over as the Modest Cat. And she is an illustrator, and she makes stickers from her illustrations. They're very
almost kawaii,
but
inspired. There are a couple of hers, and there's one from the back.
She was also vending at the show, and it was only her second time vending. So
we went and helped her along.
Yeah, it was fun to support another.
So, bark break number 1. Downside to filming in the dining room is the kitchen is right next door, and they see the birds through the windows and bark at them.
There's a downside no matter what room we go into, whether they're looking out at the dogs walking by or...
Right, this is true. A lot of
downside
activity.
to podcasting with dogs.
All right, so anyway, so we went and did this clipbook class, and it was actually really interesting. It was really fun to see all the different ways to use it,
because it's the system, the inserts that they give you, it's like a hybrid between like a bullet journal and
a planner and a journal
and a junk journal, so that you can kind of do. I was just getting them. Oh my god, I'm going to need 12 of them. Did I mention we jump all into things?
What I want to do is kind of use it for everything.
I want to make, but I would love to make one like a total junk journal.
Yes.
Like a travel junk journal kind of thing.
But I love the fact that they have this page that is a fold-out page.
Okay, there you go.
That is the month. It's going to be perfect for Stitch Mania next year because it's got boxes already written in, and you just put the days and you can write what you're doing.
It's not marked as, so if you skip a month, you haven't lost the page because you can just, you can write it in. It's not, it's customizable.
And everything, it's 3-ring binder.
No.
It's a 6-ring binder, but it's like the 3-ring binder is that the binder's open, the binder opens up. Anyway, you can move the pages around, so you can have a page that is your weekly planner, and then you can have a couple of pages that are blank so that you can do sketching type of things, and then say you want to throw in, oh, here are my cross-stitch patterns for this week, and you throw in that page. You can mix and match it however you want. It's not stuck in. So I really liked that way about it too. It's very versatile.
And it's also standard A5 planner size.
Right.
So you can get inserts for, you don't have to go to Filofax to get the inserts.
And the monthly pages for the plannering type of thing, it's standard for different stickers if you're a planner where you like stickers. And there's some pages that are dot pages for bullet journaling if you're into bullet journaling. It's a whole thing. So that we decorated ours and watched the presentation for what you could do with it, and then they had a drawing. They had a drawing for a grand prize that was, you got a journal, 2 inserts, and then another type of book that's more of a bullet journal type book, and an erasable pen. And I won, which is highly unusual because we never win anything.
Right. On that note,
Then we were walking the floor.
and Mary Beth had just won. We were done our class, so we were walking the floor shopping, and we're like all on a high because Grams never win anything.
We should probably mention
our
that
third
Sisters
sister
of Missouri came.
Our sister Amanda was there. The 3 of us did the class together. We had like a sisters weekend. It was so much fun.
Oh, it was the greatest time. Absolutely the greatest time.
But as we're walking the floor, we hear, Helen Graham, please come to the door prize table.
Right.
I'm like, I want a door prize.
We couldn't believe it.
I'm like, I have to go win my door prize. I was so excited. I was walking out of a booth with a pad of paper I hadn't paid for.
I know. I'm like, Helen, come back. I'll hold that till you come back because you're walking away with our merchandise.
And I get to the table and I'm like, I'm Helen Graham. I want a door prize. And so she's like, okay. And then somebody else came up and said, I'm Helen. And I didn't win a door prize. We were both in the same class. She forgot her bag at the class, and they used me. They thought they just went to the first Helen they saw on the list.
Helen told them they had to give her a door prize anyway.
And so she gave the lady her bag, and she's like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, but you said I want a door prize. She's like, no, I just said come to the door prize table. I'm like, but you made it seem like I want a door prize.
I'm sorry, if you call somebody's name and say come to the door prize desk, you're gonna think that you won a prize.
So then I come back to the booth and Amanda and Mary Beth are like, what'd you win? I'm like, nothing.
This is my life. I don't win anything.
I was very depressed. It was not for long. We had a wonderful time. It was fine, but it was just like, oh my God, 2 of us won something.
Yeah.
So,
and we made up for it by spending money.
yeah.
So one of the things that we got, they're called elegant albums, and we both got them using graphic 45 paper. Sister number 3, Amanda, did one that was all Disney inspired. But
We're gonna be inserting pictures and stuff, so.
You make an album, a photo album or a memory album.
You get a whole kit.
Right. And this is mine. I added the key and the metal clock, but everything else came with it. And it has pages that you put together. And then you can add photographs and things like that. I have not added any photographs because I have to pick through and decide what I want to put in and print them out. But it is so beautiful. I love it so much.
This graphic 45 paper is gorgeous.
And some of the pages, they have you put...
Art break number 2.
Okay. So I was saying that I used ink. Tim Holtz's
Distress
Stain for my edging, because it comes as just a plain brown cardboard book, and so I used faded blue jeans or old blue jeans for the binding with a little bit of old photograph in there, and I did the tops also so that it looks a little bit distressed and used, and then that's the back. So I love it. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to put pictures in it. I just have to find the right ones to print out and put in, but really love it.
Mine was Where Will Your Dreams Take You? It was a princess collection from Graphic 45. I used the mowed lawn stain with vintage photograph to...
Sorry, Dudley's trying to come in here, and that's not allowed.
To tinge it up. Mine was a slightly smaller book than Mary Beth, but I put some pictures in mine. You fold over pages.
Maybe, there you go.
It was so much fun putting them together.
We spent Saturday, sitting at the table. Amanda was here, and we just had a really, really good time. Each of us working on our own album.
We didn't think about work or anything. So much fun.
Lots I mean,
look how pretty it is.
I know, so that you can have it on the shelf and just, we should prop them up back there. And then when you feel like it, you can pull them out and remember, you know,
Yeah,
what a good day you had.
exactly. So
It's really a great idea. So they're called Elegant Albums, and they are from,
Pinecone Press.
sorry, that was
Hi,
Spike.
Paige. He
Okay.
hasn't seen you in a while. It's pineconepress.com. They sell the kits online, and just it was so much fun to put together.
I'm getting more.
And oh yeah, they have a butterfly one that's so pretty. And then, I mean, now that I know a use for graphic 45 papers,
Right. There will be more Graphics 45 paper in our future, because
we're gonna need to sell a
have
lot
one.
of yarn because
they have one that's the Land of Oz. Oh, original illustrations from the Wizard of Oz and everything.
and the Christmas ones are so beautiful.
Anyway, so what we want to do is also, I know that craft stores sell like the binding part of it, of the book.
Yeah.
So that we can, now that we know how to do it, put it together ourselves too.
Right. Sorry, I'm
All right. So there we go.
adjusting myself around the leg of the table
Yeah, it's
and the dog.
it's like the legs of the table are coming out to get
Yeah.
us. So that was our yesterday, Friday and Saturday. Amanda had to go back last night, but we had such a good
Right.
time. We really, really enjoyed it.
And if you follow us on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram.
Toad Hollow and Jay.
Total and Jay, we put up a picture of the three of us. So
We were doing the Firebolt, which is one of our knitting projects that we were working on, and we did Three Sisters, Three Firebolts.
Yeah.
And it was really kind of funny, especially the outtakes, which you will never see. There's one, I mean, the one that we actually chose, I looked like a deer caught in the headlights, but there was one where I actually looked kind
What a
of like
psychotic.
Mountain Man. It was, my hair was doing something weird. It was. Anyway, let's go on to finishes, shall we?
sure.
All right, you have a fully finished project, so go ahead and show yours.
I finished my Many Haunted Stitches by Homespun Elegance. Ta-da!
Okay, you know
So
what? While you do that, I don't know who finished one of mine is mine. Watch out,
okay.
baby. Watch out. I gotta get it.
I attached it to foam cord, and then I had this. This is a scrap of fabric we had lying around, but it's black and cream check, so it matches the whole primitive look. So they're both attached to foam cord, and I think what I'm going to do is I have this old cutting board that we got at a thrift store when we were in Massachusetts. Well, it was actually Vermont. So I think it's perfect to attach to this, and then we have fall picks and stuff that I could just, not a lot, but just kind of put on the top and the bottom,
Right.
so to fall it up. But then if I did it the way Priscilla does on the Housewives with magnets, then we can just pull it off and take the sprigs off and do like a Christmas one or whatever.
Right.
So that is the plan.
The size of it is absolutely
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
So I think you definitely have to use it for that.
Right. So
And then, so we leave that up until we find something that fits it.
exactly.
Because I'm fine with leaving him up for a while.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, I mean, it is 2 months till Halloween.
And we're gonna finish so much stuff by then.
This whole hutch is just gonna be full. Anyway, so it's Many Haunted Stitches, and I used her anchor, the called for anchor colors that she had in the pattern. So I love it. This
He's
crow.
amazing.
And the last time I was talking about him, I was going to put purple stripes in his hat, and I just decided, nah, I really kind of like the orange and black look of the whole thing. So there we go.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I have 2 finishes, but they're not fully finished. My first one is October Words by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. And this is my finished project.
Nope. There you go.
Okay. I used all the colors that she called for, except for the witch. I changed her to green.
She had a more
So-
natural face.
She had a more natural face. So wherever you see her skin, I think there's a hand and her face and maybe
Can't see.
her,
Here, you talk all of it.
okay, maybe her legs. There's like one stitch on her legs. But, so I changed them to green because to me, witches are green.
Yeah.
Having grown up on the Wizard of Oz, witches are green. So that is what it is done. I have to put it on the backing board and then figure out what I'm doing as far as the other stuff. But I was saying to Helen that I think we have enough of this brown check fabric that I want to finish anything Halloween this year in that fabric. And then next year, anything Halloween we finish, we'll do a different fabric, but we'll keep it the same for all our projects for that year. Because I'd love to be able to look at it and say, oh, that was 2019 because it's got the brown check fabric, and that was 2020 because it's got the hats or whatever we decide to do. So that's my plan.
We were going to make these pillows, but we have learned so much more now about finishing and stuff like that, and we're not going to.
Yeah, no, I think I like the flat backing board look, and I love the way he looks, so I want this one to be kind of similar to him.
This fabric was so perfect for the primitive.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm showing the back.
And this
Never
is
show the underwear.
this is kind of primitive-y too, so there's that. So that one I finished, and then my second one that I finished is Country Cottage Needleworks. Put a little spring in your step. That one, and I did this on blue Ada. I think it's 14 count, but that's my finished project.
Is it all in?
Yep. I love this so much, and when I was getting close to finishing it, I just went all in on it. Here, can you get a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Because I love the bees, and if you can see the flight of the bumblebees, she's got stitches in for the flight of the bumblebees. I really love it. So what I'm thinking of doing with this one is doing it on the backing board, and then having maybe 2 backing boards behind that, and using like the pink and the yellow of the flowers as fabric, that color, just like a layer of pink and a layer of yellow, but very, very small, so that you're getting that to pull the colors from the overall thing. And we got something from Michael's that I think is going to make a great finish for it. It's just I have to do it. So that will be coming hopefully as a fully finished object.
Kind of like weaving in your ends with knitting.
Yeah.
I finished.
Moving on. But now that we have cleared the table,
finisher, yeah.
we have a finishing table now, so we cleared it and got rid of all the stuff that was on it, and now we can do all our finishing here.
Yeah.
Have room to work with. So those are my 2 finishes.
Doing our paper crafting.
Right. Those are my 2 finishes for that. So shall we move on to whips?
Sure.
All right, I have 4 that I am showing. I have 1 that I'm working on that I can't show yet because it's a project that is kind of secret right now, but I will be showing it in the future. Our secret projects. Yeah. This is, my first one is The Wizard of Oz from The Little Stitcher. That is the pattern. And
She's on Etsy.
yes.
Can we hold it? Are you good?
Okay. I have a couple other things started on
Okay.
this, so I'm trying to keep it to just that. I finished the words, pull this hand back and that hand up like that. Okay, so I finished the words, and then I started working on the Tin Woodsman.
This is your needle
Can you
minder.
move forward, up? There you go, perfect. So you can see the Tin Woodsman there. So that's what I've been doing with that one. All right.
Ada.
Ada 16 count, I'm pretty sure.
Dyed. Oh, look.
Oh, look at that. 16 count doubloon Ada. There you go.
Doubloon is it's picture this plus, so doubloon is the color.
Okay. So 16 count Ada. Shall I keep going with all mine?
Sure.
Or- okay. Start number 2, or project number 2 is we joined the Tiny Modernists Sleepy Hollow Stitch Along. It's a 4-part mystery series, and you can either do it flat or make a stacking drum set. I am choosing to do this flat.
Yep. If you're in the club, spoiler alert, we're about to show the first 2 clues.
Helen joined a fabric club from
Color and Cotton.
and she got Ada, 16 count Ada for me, and this one is, I don't know what the color is.
It was Havana.
Okay. I've started,
I didn't bring mine.
I have started my, oh, that's right. That's why this one is put aside, because I got a knot in my thread and put it in timeout. Let me just do this.
Does anybody else have problems with the fancy floss knotting and breaking?
Yeah, I've been having that. There you go. That is the first part of the first part, the first clue. I am using all the colors that they called for, except for the ghost they had in the same green as the eyes.
He's right there.
And I did him in white because I couldn't see him. In the green, I couldn't see him. He disappeared completely. So I decided to do his outline in white instead, and now he stands
He's
out.
really a very subtle ghost to begin with.
Right,
Because you don't stitch his background.
right. It's just an outline of
Yeah.
back stitching.
She is also doing, she just announced the Tiny Modernist, she is going to do a Christmas Village mystery.
Right.
So,
I have a feeling we're going to be doing that too. Helen will do that one since
Yeah.
I'm doing this one. I'm really loving this. Really, really love it. It's all DMC.
love the pumpkins that she does the lines of the pumpkin.
Yeah, very cool. So that is that project. I've been working on that quite a bit. Put you back in there. Put you back in there. Thank you. My third project is also by the Little Stitcher. This is the Society of Black Hats. You will notice a theme to all
Yes,
my stitching.
mine too.
This is really not very much done at all. It's on a big piece of fabric because that's how I roll. I have the corner, and then that stitching down halfway is the broomstick. So I've started doing the tail end of the broom.
Are you using her colors?
Yes,
Colors?
I'm pretty sure I am doing colors as she calls for.
Okay.
And this one, nope, you know what? I'm gonna change that. I am not doing the colors that she calls for.
Didn't think you were.
All right, her colors that she calls for are black and white and gray.
Just DMC.
Yep, it's all DMC, just black, white, and gray. I am throwing in orange. So I threw in orange for the little design up in the corners. And I may be throwing in orange for the moon. I may leave it white, but I'll definitely do the 2 moons on either side of the word of in orange. So I'm throwing in the orange as well.
And you're using DMC 310 for the black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Nope, I might not be. Wait a minute. Don't ask me these questions. I don't know. And I don't have my floss with me. You know what? I may be using fancy floss for the witch.
Fancy-ish.
I may be doing fancy floss for the witch.
I think you're also using fancy in the corners.
I may have changed out my black. Pay no attention to anything I say. I changed the white to orange, and I think I'm using fancy floss for the black. And if I had my my book with me, I would be able to tell you, but I don't. Very sorry. I will tell you next time, because hopefully I'll have more done. All right, my last project, which hopefully I will get the information right on, is this is Fieldmouse Hollow by Brenda Gervais with I Need a Little Thread.
This one.
Yes. Alright. She calls for Weeks and Classic Colorworks and
Probably change the large too.
some DMC. And I am using pretty much what she calls for.
I remember we ordered specifically for.
Right. There you have what I have done so far. I've just started the tail of the second one, and I ran out of thread for the shoe because I was stitching this at home with my mom. So
There you go, because you're bending back the hat, her head. There you go.
I ran out of the floss, so I had to move on to something else. So I've replenished the floss, and that's where I am. And this I am doing on the one that we tea and coffee dyed. Well, we tea dyed it in peach tea. So it's most likely a peach too, which is very nice. Those are my projects. Would you like to do yours?
Sure. My first whip is Happy Halloween by Satsuma Street. Don't know whether I have. Oh, here we go.
The printed picture is terrible
Yeah.
because it doesn't look anything like the colors that you're using.
And I'm using all of her called for colors. So this is as far as I've gotten. I have the ghost, and this is going to be the H of happy.
Can you go forward a little bit?
Yeah, I hit a snag in that I couldn't find the background color for the H, but I think I figured it all out. So Spike is keeping the cats in line. So I'm doing this on 18 count oatmeal Ada that we bought at Michael's.
The colors are going to be so
Yeah,
pretty. Bright orangey, Halloween-y colors. They're going to be great. Do you want me to put it back in for you while you do your next one?
Sure. Next one is, I did some work on my Sacred Bee by the Little Stitcher. This is the problem with doing these, it's like you take so long to, oh my god, I have to work on that.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god, I have to work on that. So that's my Sacred Bee. Oh no, that's, here's my Sacred Bee. There you go, so you get to see. So I've started one of the ladies. And this is on 18 count Ada. I forget what the color is. It's from Picture This Plus. But I love the orange against the green.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Really, really pretty.
So, while we're talking about the Little Stitcher, because I think this is the third project of this FLOSSTUBE.
Fourth? Third? Third?
No, fourth. No, Wizard of Oz. You did two, and I'm
Right.
doing two.
Right.
So, this is the Witch's Brew. So far I've gotten.
Wow. That is really coming along.
Yeah, so she is really starting to show. I am now to the point where it's just black for days. I changed out, she called for DMC. I am using the DMC white that she called for. And then I changed the gray for the web to, I think it's Gentle Art. Yeah, it's Gentle Art's Garden Gate. And then this is Classic Colorworks Cauldron for her. And it's on 32 count linen.
How do you like stitching on the linen?
Stitching on this linen.
Yeah?
I need more linen. Because this is on the same piece that my Many Haunted Stitches was, and then I have just a tiny piece left after that.
Well,
But I really love stitching on this linen.
for the fabric thing that you joined, aren't you getting linen for it?
No, I did even weave because I was being a chicken
Okay.
and thinking I didn't like linen at the time. So I can go in and change it, but it is.
We have to make sure you
Yeah.
go in and change it now so that you get the
'Cause
one you
I
really
just
like.
love the feel of the linen, and so
It
that
is beautiful.
yeah.
It's coming out really, really nice. I know you're a good stitcher.
And then my final one is the Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio.
Helen pulled this out of her basket. I'm like, why is nobody stitching this?
I started it for Stitch Mania and I was looking for something else. I'm like, oh my God, why am I not working on this?
Why?
It takes a little bit more
Concentration. Definitely.
But I've gotten a little bit done on the top corner. And then I totally screwed something up and I had to take a whole bunch out and I took it out and put it away because I was frustrated. And this is on 18 count Earth and Ada by Picture This Plus. And I have, let me see. Pretty sure I changed everything out. I think she got a DMC and I switched it all for Fancy Floss. Yes. Oh no, she actually has both. She has Classic Colorworks and DMC, so I went with the Classic Colorworks that she's called for. So these are, look at all those pretty colors. So Halloween.
There are a whole bunch of, sorry, I didn't look at this before. Is the alphabet part of it?
You can, she's got it so you can, she gives you the alphabet so that you can customize with your initials and the year.
Oh, okay.
Down in the bottom corner. So she gives you the alphabet in 1 to 0.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's also really good to have, you know, for
Other things, yeah.
other things that you're doing. That's a good thing. We should take a picture of that and put it somewhere.
Yeah. This will not be a Halloween 2019 finish, but
You got quite a bit done.
yeah.
So it's a larger
And it
project.
takes a little more. It's not that the pattern is hard. There's just a lot to the pattern, so you have to concentrate.
Yeah, you really have
It's
to
not
pay
like
attention.
you can look across and go, oh, all right, I got 10 stitches in this row.
Right.
So.
All right.
And then the last thing is we dyed a piece of fabric for an experiment that did not work out exactly as planned.
By we mean Helen.
So we took a piece of the 18 count Ada that we have and we Rit dyed it in tangerine Rit dye, and then we coffee and tea dyed it and then baked it. We baked it a little long.
We have
So
an
it
aga
got really crunchy.
that doesn't have direct heat or open flame or anything like that. It's a surround heat. So it's an English oven and it cooks at a much slower rate than a regular oven. So we decided we just put it in and leave it.
Yeah.
And then we went to the supermarket and totally forgot.
We came back and oh my god, the fabric. So it's a little darker in places.
However, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I said, is the other side lighter? No.
Not so much.
No, it's really not.
I love the orange.
Yes.
And I do like some of the darker areas. I just don't think we needed to get it quite so crunchy.
But if you work your way around it so that you make sure that the dark crunchy part is like a border
Yeah.
for whatever you're making,
Or just part of the background.
I think it's going to be really interesting.
So
I don't think you want to stitch across it, so you have to make sure that all your stitching is in between dark crunchy parts.
Right.
But I think that's a relatively workable piece of fabric to work with.
oh yeah, smells really good. So we just wanted to show that we tried out the Rit dye and
Then we went and got Rit dye in just about every color you can think of because, of course, that's what we do.
So yeah, and Mary Beth, we were talking about it before we started filming. Mary Beth already has 2 projects she wants to use this on since my experiment.
It's going to
It's
work.
on the back burner for the moment.
It's going to be very cool. All right.
Those are the whips.
Those are the whips. That's yours. Don't want to keep that from you. Okay? All right, so next, we're going to do a stitch along because
We've been doing this for 6 months.
it's time to do a stitch along.
Actually, it's been 8 months. So.
We're
We're
doing
professionals now.
Yeah, well, can't you tell? Okay, we've only been stitching for less than a year, well under a year.
Yes. We
And
started in January.
Christmas is coming up, and we don't have any Christmas villages. Nothing. We have no Christmas. We want Christmas villages, so we thought maybe you'd like to stitch a Christmas village with us.
Okay.
We are not going to pick one particular Christmas village because I know a lot of people, a lot of you are experienced stitchers, so that you may have already done the Hometown Holidays or Jack Frost Tree Farm or the Gingerbread Village. So that if we say we're doing the Gingerbread Village, you'll, well, I've already done that.
Right.
So we're just doing Christmas Village. We're going to use the hashtag TH Christmas Village, SAL. No, just TH
Christmas Village.
TH Christmas Village. If you'd like to join in, we're going to start September 1st. We have ordered ours to start with. Helen got hers in a bundle, so she got the whole thing. Mine didn't come in a bundle, so I am getting them piecemeal, but I'm getting, I think, the first 3. So
Yeah, we got several of yours.
yeah,
So.
I am going to be doing Little House Needleworks Hometown Holidays. If you are doing that with us, you can also join in the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. They have a Hometown Holidays hashtag. You can hashtag it more than once, you know, join both of them. But I am going to start with the Hometown Holidays, and I'm pretty sure I'm starting with the bookstore because that's pretty much me.
Yeah.
And you are doing...
I am doing the Farmhouse Village, Farmhouse Christmas by Little House Needleworks. So I think I'm going to start with the barn because that was my favorite one, but we'll see.
And she got a bundle that she got all of them all in one package, which is really cool.
Yeah, we got them from the Fat Quarter Shop, and she had a bundle that was a decent price.
So what we did was we came up with a couple of different ideas to give you some inspiration if you'd like to join us. Country Cottage Needleworks has Snow Place Like Home, which has 4 houses and then a saying, so it's only 5. So if you want to do a smaller one, then her new one is the Snow Village. It's snowmen, and then she's gonna have a bunch of different buildings around it.
And that she's going to release one a month starting in September, which, stay tuned, we may be doing that one too.
Very quickly approaching. Then she's also got Santa's Village, the Frosty Forest, Gingerbread Village, Glitter Village. She's got a whole bunch of them. Little House Needleworks has the Farmhouse Christmas, Hometown Holiday, and Jack Frost Tree Farm, which also would count as part of a Christmas villagey type of thing. So, or you can search online under Christmas villages, see if there are any others.
And as I said, the Tiny Modernist is going to be doing the Mystery Christmas Village. So that would count as well.
Right. Turn my phone off because
we have been watching old episodes of The Housewives, and they were showing all their villages, so that we're just like, oh,
I want a village. I want a village to put out.
I have bottle brush trees.
Yeah, we went on
that I went on a binge last year, and if we finished each one individually, we could put them in amongst our bottle brush trees. So.
And I mean, if you go to Michael's or AC Moore or Joann's or one of them, they have the wooden blocks that are like $1 each that are perfect.
Yeah.
Backing for them.
Yeah, you just paint them up and just tack it on.
And the Little House Needleworks has a sample of, I think, the Schoolhouse from the Hometown Village that has Christmas plaid as her backing fabric. That's so pretty and it looks so perfect. So we're kind of excited about that. So we're seeing if anybody wants to join us.
Yeah.
We're just going to do a stitch along. Again, the hashtag is TH Christmas Village if you want to join us. We're going to start September 1st. If you want to start then, let us know.
We're going to, it'll be Instagram and Facebook. So just use your hashtag.
Yeah. TH Christmas
so much
Village.
Fun to just stitch together.
And on Instagram, and I don't know whether you can do it on Facebook or not, but you can follow hashtags.
Yeah.
So we're going to follow it, and then it'll keep coming across our feed, and we'll see all the updates for everybody, and it's going to be cool. Very cool. So that is that. So I think that is pretty much it. I think we have nattered on enough.
Yeah.
So please, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. We hope you will join us for the stitch along, and let us know what you're doing. All right.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready.
All right. Have a. Sorry.
Turn that off.
I know.
Professionals, did I mention?
I know. Have a great week.
Coming up on episode 100.
Yeah, next week is going to be episode 100.
I think the talent could turn their damn phone off.
You would think. I never get messages, and it's like all of a sudden now. Okay.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have fun
Oh
making
my God, it's
something
the
beautiful.
last weekend of summer. Next weekend is Labor Day. Enjoy the last week.
Yeah. Happy crafting, everybody.
Yes.
Bye.